Okay, I think well, I am on eventually somewhere in between. I'm just going to tap this stream. And there we go. Sometimes it takes a few minutes for it to kick in. And welcome back, everyone. It is 3:30 in the afternoon. I know it's late. But I had a busy day today, and then, of course, I'm going to have another busy one tomorrow, early in the morning. Oh, but that's okay. I'll get there. So, I wanted to show you a couple of things that I did, and I'm not going to tell you the title of the title either. I'm not going to go into that right now, but I will eventually. I have a thingy here, a quest. You're kidding me. Another 40 minutes, huh? Oh, I'm so glad. And I finally get a quest for copper. Can you believe that? But that's no matter. I want you all to take a look at the new thingy that I did. I put a lighthouse up in here. It's not done. I'm far from being done. I put a little train station, and of course I put my lazy little sun blazing gnomes over here. You know, catching some sun. Some benches with the hot dog stand, a little bar, and your hot dogs and the ice cream. So there's that. And I just thought I'd kind of show you what I did. So we'll come back when it's daylight too, so you can get a better thing there. But I kind of did something a little different. Okay, let's go for a little train ride. See, now I can be AFK and on my train. God only knows where it'll take me. But it goes pretty fast too, this train. I think it's gonna take a right. Nope. No. Wow. Okay. So it's gonna take me straight down past my trees because that's where the trees are. I did manage to get it set up last night, preparing for the event, which is what, 16 days. And I have 12,000 rows marked for the pause, or not pause, the Kitty Tinkerbells. I do have that down. So there's that. And I thought a nice little scenic, train ride near the trees would be kind of cool. So that's what I did here. Because I know some people, they have it all going around their farm. Um, but the animals, I said animals, that will be soon over here to my left. You'll be able to go see them too. Be like going through a zoo. But I'm not going to say what it is as of yet, but I will in time. Okay, so now we're gonna go back. I'll go back over here, and the, stop is there. Turns around. I'm just wondering if it's gonna take that left because it did before. Because I had it working last night. Hello, Heather. How you been? But I got my little train ride going. So again, like I said, most likely if you see me moving around, or if you come visit my farm, especially if you see me going back and forth and up and around, it's only because I'm on my train. I'm going to I'm not going to do anything as far as, leaving these teleport areas. I'm not going to have the train go down anywhere near there. I just want to keep it up at the top where that place is all opened up. And hopefully it will take its turn where I need it to be. It should. It better. Because I did this last night. I said, okay, I want to make sure that this is working. La, 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 la. There's my first house. Now, again, this is not ready. So, you know, this is like work in progress. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Take a left, take a left, take a left, left, left. Yeah, baby. And it makes its little stop. You know, at the mine, picks up its stuff. No. No, no, no. You're supposed to go back, maybe because I didn't turn it in time. I don't know. But I put some of the fish down over here. And again, okay, now it's getting to be daylight, which is cool. This will work for me. See, because I'm trying to prep the whole entire upper area for what else is going to be going up here. And from what I've read in the my code, it's private, but hold on a minute. Yeah, you can. Give me a second. Okay, so I have to actually go in that mine, don't I, for a quest item? Okay, let me see. K like in King, N like in Nancy, 8, D like in David. Do you get that? Do you see it on the bottom right screen? Okay. Oh, yeah, cool. She's here. Now, what I'm going to do is, because I know that there's quested items, and I forget which. I think it's for the mushrooms, yeah. So I'm going to head to get the mushrooms. Yep. Oh, no. Oh, yes, and the copper, I forgot. So I'm going to do the copper down here. It says I have... it says I have 6. I probably do. But just to double check, I can go this route and you can see where it's kind of highlighted, where it's at. So I do have it. And I didn't leave anything behind. So the word is out that, according to in the forums, another thing that we're going to get new in the Fluffy event is going to be a zebra. Can you believe that? Yep, we're going to get a zebra. And it's my understanding that the zebras will be eating corn or wheat. So just to get yourselves prepared. Because I know you're using the wheat now anyways for, you know, some of the animals that you have existing. So it may or may not be so bad. We'll see. I don't think it's going to be that bad. What makes it bad is how many you have. But I would highly recommend that you, you know, the best one to feed them is your corn, especially if it's watered. Because that's, let me see. It's like when it's watered, it's less than 10 minutes. Yeah. It might, because like I have mine all watered and stuff like that, so there's that. But it's good that we're going to be having all of that in there. And actually, I think zebras would be a nice change of things. You know, so we'll see. I didn't quite get what they were going to be dropping, but who knows. And I'm going to hope that it doesn't, like they don't Like, I know that the kitten Tinkerbells, they're going to be 4 seasons, so that's a good thing. And I believe it's going to be, when you have them watered, it's going to be 1 hour. So that's not too bad. And I'm just guessing on the zebras. I'm just guessing on the zebras. I would assume it's going to be like every 2 hours they can be ready to be harvested. That's what I'm thinking, every 2 hours. I haven't seen any, animal that we've gotten during, well, yeah, that is 3 hours, but that's just when you get the extra one. So I'm just gonna guess. I'm hoping it's 2 hours. If it goes to 3, well, I guess it'll go to 3. But that's my guess. So, and anyways, if you're starting over, Heather, and hopefully you'll be able to get the you should be able to get them, especially if you complete the you know, especially if you complete the event that we have, or the fluffy event we have. So that should, give you that extra one. But this gas right there. Do you know it's those little things? You couldn't possibly run out of gas because you probably don't see the new gas pumps that we have. Yep. And there's a gas pump on each end. So you don't see the new ones. You haven't seen them yet. It's the Cyberpack gas stations that I'm using. Okay, so if you're in the middle of the field, this gas station's right in the middle of the field too. I'm in the mine, and I can't really see what's on my map right at this very moment. So you might have to wait a second. But I can tell you right now, if you're in the if you supposedly you gassed up, huh? Well, then you should have made it more than halfway through. Because you see, I got all of that done. Where are you? Okay. Do you see the new gas pumps? Or now you're going from one? Yeah, there's a gas pump in the middle, and there's a gas pump on the beginning and the end. And they're the new ones. Okay, so how did I... Oh, show resources. There I go. Yeah, you're doing fine. So I don't know how you ran out of gas unless, I don't know. So I'll see, and so let me get down to, go to here, because this is all my tea in the herbs section. Okay, alongside with the lettuce. But now, this is what I did. I'm prepping these up right now. See, I've got all of this here so that way when the Tinkerbells are ready. And by the way, these are the gas pumps. These are the new cyber ones. These are little ones, so people may not say, oh, oh, oh. Yeah, because did you have a full tank of gas? Because at that middle section where I put the gas pumps for, the entire area, that's going to be, you're at the 535 mark. That's what that is, basically. So, there's that. So, anyways, what I did was, see, I have this whole entire section. And there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So when the event starts, basically all I have to do is go over to here and change the one sign. Because this one sign is 36 by 36. Okay? And it's going to be going all the way up until you see another one and another one. So, and it should be fine. So it'll be 36 by 36. That's where I started it. And this prevents anybody, because like if you decided you want to set your farm up like this, no matter how big or small for the event, basically all you need to do is, just change it to that. Quest crops only. You see what I'm saying? Like if I put no, you're going to get that, which is where you're putting your crop names in. But in my case, I'm going to put quest crops only because the simple fact is, people can come here, do the lettuce, they can do my tea and herbs. There's really not very much up on the top, but this is what I do. Now on the other hand, now let me go to my farm 2, because I think I have quested items there, and hopefully they're done. Okay. And again, what I did was here, I put all the new fish. No old fish, really. None of the older fish. But I put all the newer fish right here. Okay, and it's just one guy that's, handling all of that. So now, excuse me, I have this here, which is going to be, it's the quested area. I don't believe, that is so bizarre, that it's not letting me plant potatoes here. Yet I have them planted in the field. But for some reason, there was a problem with my planting that. So I have no clue what the scoop is with that. But that's okay. Parasol mushrooms. I think, aren't those the blue ones? I'd have to double check now to see. Okay, so now I'm going to go over here, down here in the beginning. I'm going to harvest the potatoes because that's another quest just to get it out of the way. Okay. African daisies, dust rabbits, which I have. Oh, okay, so I can harvest those. And I don't feel the need that I have to put, in between pumps for here. This is totally different. This is the area where it's just, my second farm, and it's going to have all the crops and things like that on it. And I got quite a few crops, put here. And these crops are low level as far as, like let's say for example I'm over here and someone joins me. Well, they could do the corn, they could do potatoes. I mean, yes, you'll be able to still get favor, but obviously it's not going to be as fast as lettuce, but you will still get it. The corn's like second when it comes to getting favors. So like, yeah, when I go to other people's farms for favor, and I'm still not out of favor, so I do go to farms still, but I try to keep my favor for the stuff that I need on my farms for the time being. That's what I basically do. But I might suggest, see, I did one big quest twice actually for that rice stuff. Don't ask me why. But I think the parasol is, I think that's a blue mushroom. Even though it says I don't have any here. So I'm going to have to look in the mine because I know some of the mines didn't have any. I kind of cleared it out a little bit. See, it's the corn. I probably shouldn't harvest it because it's just wasting away, but um there are animals over there with that do besides chickens like this. Oh, and the donkeys. The donkeys eat wheat as well. So, and I've got plenty of corn on my field or wheat, you know, in the thing. I did manage to upgrade my warehouse a little bit, as well as the vegetable area. I managed to do that. Yay me. You know, so I did all of that. Um, I'm not sure if I want to put any type of fencing up here in between the corn and, all the rest of it. Because I don't expect anybody to stay here. I mean, they might, because if it's during the event, they're not going to want to be here. But if it's not the event, and let's say I'm here just harvesting my stuff, they might do the corn and things like that. I don't know. I mean, I've had the occasional visitors come here, do their thing, and leave. Or I just had them come here and they go, oh, that's not what I want, and then they leave. So go figure, right? It's just up. It's a person's preference. I mean, somebody might be looking to go do flowers, and obviously I don't have any flowers on this farm, and I'm not going to put any flowers on this farm. I'm going to keep it simple. That's the way to do it, guys. Just keep it simple. Don't get overwhelmed. The one thing I did use a lot today, I noticed, I said, oh man, it was the garlic and the tomatoes, but that's because I did the machines. I couldn't believe that either, but that's okay. But it's, just to upgrade some of the shops, it's just very costly. It really is. I mean, I'm like, are you serious? Yeah. So, there's that. Oh crap! It's all full with feathers. So you know what? I'm gonna stop at the end. I should have did the chickens and not the ducks, because it's just wasting. I thought I cashed in on those. It's usually the other way around. I do the wool. That might be the reason. So let's go to 4. And the quest says Dutch rabbit. Okay, Dutch. Is the Dutch here? Might be. It's gotta be. Oh, and I might suggest, if and when you do get the chance for California rabbits, they're really good to have because you wait 45 minutes for those to you can harvest them, and there's that. Um, because for right now I get 2. If I use favor, I get 3 of them, and I is not complaining. No siree. But I'm looking forward to the new things that's going to be coming. I guess somebody must be beta testing the new things that are going to be coming out, and I think they're also working on something else too. Another pack. I'm not sure. I kind of saw the name, but I couldn't tell if I think it was flowers or some sort of something like that. Zen? I think that's what I saw it as. So we'll see. We'll see what it is. Surprise, surprise. So, because today, like I was just briefly going over the Discord channel, and I was like looking at some of them, and I thought, oh, okay, so there's zebras, and there was a mention of Zen. So it sounds pretty exciting what's going to be coming up next, you guys. First of all, you know. My cat is snoring. Wow. He gets right up in that window right next to me and he starts snoring. But I think it's because he's got a nice little breeze coming in. And he just enjoys the little breeze. And he just chills out. He's so funny. Hey, good afternoon, Ace. How you doing? I was just discussing the new item that we hopefully will get added is the zebra. I'm doing okay. A little tired today. I'm being lazy, actually. But I had an early morning thing to do, so that's probably why. I had to get up early. It's like when you got to go out and do the adult stuff and you just, and the adult stuff requires you to get up early in the morning. I really hate that. It's like, oh yeah, I have to get up early, don't I? Yeah. I actually got my first carp request. I was like, wow. Yep. Hey, Ace, does Bop snore, by the way? I was kind of curious. I couldn't help but notice, and I don't know if you guys noticed it, but I couldn't help but notice, does Bop snore? I just kind of wonder if he snores. Does he snore? Oh, wait a minute. I just came from there, right? I'm going to put it here. Yep, so they're blue. Okay. I want to double check. Oh, good. You can flatten it. That's great. Nine hours. I thought. See, this is what I get from I mean, he's not loud or anything, but I can hear him snoring. He's laid up on my little table beside me, and he's got his head out across the windowsill, just enjoying the breeze. That's his new hangout now every day. He just sits there up there in the window. He's like, yay! Okay, so now I gotta go through. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. I was like, okay, so I did the copper one. Jersey asparagus. Oh. That's the one I think it is. Don't even try to level that one up. I mean, you can, but it takes forever. There's one asparagus that takes forever. And I believe it's that one. Because actually, I remember doing a little thing. Yeah. Shotgun just started this new thing about snoring, I thought. Because I would hear this little sound, and I'm like, is he snoring? I'm like, yeah, I guess he is. So I'm trying to think. This has got... you know what? I'm going to do these in blue. Yes, this was... Yeah, because this is my second farm, so... Okay. believe it or not, my copper finally hit level 100. Okay, so I don't have any in here. And so did my gold. I was surprised. But I don't know. I just know that since I did those tables, all of them, you know, with the first one being, well, the first one was copper, and then once I started getting the silver, I made my first farm mine silver, and then I made the second one gold, and surprisingly, I've been getting a lot of it. Okay, so I'll do this. Yeah, I was surprised that these level up. They level up pretty quick. The new stuff. Then there was one other one that leveled up that's been doing pretty good too. But yep, when I was in the mine, like, well, actually a few times, I was just surprised, and I was like, "Are you serious?" I had one mine that really, well, it wasn't just like gold per se, but you know, it had pretty much a good amount of gold and silver, which I was like, "Oh, I'll take that. Yep, I'll take it." Okay, so I have 8 of those, 4 of those. Oh, no, wait. I have 4 of the... I'm going to put parasol here. Why not? I have to double check and make sure that my first one is... See? 16. What? 16 million of trees? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I want you to know, when you look at them cyber trees, the cyber trees are chicken cyber trees. When you look at them cyber trees, look at the feet on them, and you tell me. Do I want to do blue again? Let me see. Okay, so I have 8. Oh, red pine, yes, definitely. Red pine. I just don't want to run out. I have this. I put a train on my farm. Did you see that, Ace? I need to mine faster. Yeah, I am slow. Okay, so right, hide. I don't know why it comes up like that. Okay, good. Okay, so go back down here. Did I get the... Okay, I did. You know, I forgot all about these cakes that give you puzzle pieces. I forgot all about that. Okay, so I don't need the purples Oh, but I do need these because those are the garlic looking ones. Oh. Oh, you're at the store. Okay. Yeah. So anyways, I'm in the process, slow process of making a little gnome area with a train. I put a train there. But I'm really deciding though, should I about the other fields with the animals, should I go another? Because I suspect that if they're going to give us zebras, no, see, they may just give it as a gift, but I doubt it. You never know. Because right now, yeah, that, you know what? I bet you it's just going to be a gift thing. I can't believe it'd be part of any event, but then again, who knows what they might do. Yes, I have a gnome area. They run the train station. Well, of course. You know, they're there. They greet people as the people come off the train, or they're waiting for the train. They're selling the hot dog, you know, the snacks. There's a little open bar there. I'm telling you, you know, I do. Got to get those tomatoes in. I use those a lot too. Now see, but I managed to raise the level of my warehouse. That was kind of painful. And then once I started doing that, of course, they were doing their harvesting of the basic things and loaded it up quickly. Yeah, it's rhyming time. Yeah, my gnomes are going to live the life of luxury. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to, you know, do their thing. I don't know if I'm keeping that as... Wait a minute, why? Okay. I want them to be the little red ones. Yeah? Well, I want to tell you a little story about tickets. No offense, Ace. I'm going to say it. You know what I'm going to say? Tickets? When you come to my farm, and if, like, there's a ticket behind me, well, let me tell you something. It's behind me because it's beneath me. You know what I'm saying? It's beneath me to pick up my own tickets. It's beneath me. Sorry. I'm just saying. If I could delete that ticket machine, I would. Yeah. And it's a shit. And you know the thing that's funny is that my ticket shop is only leveled 1, and it doesn't matter what I do on my farm. Sometimes I get a lot of them. Sometimes I get a little. Yeah, I'm telling you, I just nope. I do like the event shop, though. I do like that event shop. That's very helpful, very nice. But, you know, and that ticket's going to sit there for 15 whole minutes because I ain't touching it. I ain't going to touch it. It's just, nope. And you know what? And I'm sure everybody, and I'm sure this happens to everyone, but you know what? You ever notice that when the tickets do go, they kind of go flying right over your head? Yep, yep. So I'm sorry, guys, but I mean, I respect people's, and I'm one of the ones that's guilty of this. Um, Generally when I go to a farm, I hit A, so like once in a while you might see it'll say I need to earn diamonds and hearts and gold and it's very rare when I do see that because I just hit A really quick so I don't get a chance to see what it really says. But on Ace's farm, it does say you have, he needs you to pick up those tickets because he's using those tickets for another farm, and he would really appreciate it if you go to his lettuce farm, and if you do get, and it doesn't have to be it can be your ticket, and if it's somebody else's, don't even bother. But if you're going down the row, yeah, can you just please pick it up? If you can't, well, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know Ace would really appreciate it though, because like I said, he's using those to work on a low level farm that he's working on. So, and the thing is, I can't go to farms, by the way, um, to get favor because my favor exceeds what I have. So, when I go there to get favor, I just don't, I don't get favor. Now I know. Ooh la la la. I'm gonna see if I can make it because I did all those rows over there, so I'm gonna see if I can make it. Yeah, no, I mean, because like I said, Aces really went out of his way to set that farm up to be a lettuce farm for everybody. Oh, you did? That's awesome. That's really awesome that you did that. I'm sure people would appreciate that. I ain't gonna make it. I can tell you right now, I ain't gonna make it. Nope. Oh, well, maybe. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh. Wow. I did make it. Yay. Yay me. Yeah, I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. It's just that, well, not here, obviously, but doing that really, it does save a lot of time because, there are those that might be able to do the first, well, they can still do the first row of 1,000, whatever, 1,000 something. But um, I think just for people to feel safe on the comfortable side, that's why I have mine in the middle. I put them in the beginning, the middle, and the end. Yeah, see? And I know some of you people, I know some of you people, you just go in there to get favor, you zip right through it and you leave. But if a ticket gets dropped, well, obviously for me, I've seen them always go behind me. So, like, if you could just please just turn around and go back and get it, do so. Or if you're going down, yep. Well, the way, like, for example, the way I have my tea and my herbs set up, they're split because there's what, 530, 535, and then 534 roughly. So, I mean, there's that, so I do have it split up, because I have the two different rows. Whereas if it's lettuce, just lettuce. But um, and so when the fluffy event starts, um, and I get bombarded these. So so there'll be a gas pump in the center for everybody, you know. See, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, we're obviously gonna know day one if they're gonna if the zebras are going to be see part of the event. I'm just trying to picture that. You know what I mean? Like, are they gonna get the zebra right off? Well, they could, but the thing is, you know how in some of the events it says you'll get it, but like what was it? I think it was the unicorn one. You got the unicorn pretty close to the end. So my guess is you'll probably get the zebra like when you harvest that many zebras. So like if you think, "Oh, I got the zebra now." Well, you may not because pay attention to what the event is giving you. Yes, isn't that fun? I like that. Oh, my rice is ready. I had the most peculiar thing happen today, Ace, and I have no idea why it happened. Um, I have the rice here. Okay, so I had a quest, and I have an area for quested items only, right? And do I want to do? Shoot. La, la, la. I should do the chickens first. Yeah, let me do these. Okay, see, so what happened was just very strange. I'm gonna go to 4 again. Oh, okay. It better not be grayed out. Okay. It's just really weird that I had a quest for the potatoes, but it was grayed out. And it was the potato that was for 4 seasons. But yet it wouldn't let me plant them. So I said, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the other side and just plant them on a regular thing. But I just thought that was odd. It would not let me do that. And I want to let you guys see this because I'm just going to give you a heads up on something that, because when you're planting your teas and your herbs, or AKA your spices, it only applies to 3 spices on the thing, and I'm going to show you which ones they are because they fall under the category of. Let me show you. Oops. Let me show. Oh, I can't do it here. I have to stay over here for a moment. But let me show you something. You see these here? These are the common ones that we've had forever and a day. Okay, we've had these for a while. But now let's just say hypothetically, you wanted to plant them. Okay, so I think this would be okay to show you on this one. Nope. Let's do the pepper. Let me show you something. Now, if you notice, these have different seasons, right? Now, let's say you want to, if you have if it's for a quest, or if it's or if you want to plant them somewhere else, here, like what you're going to do is when you go here, just bear in mind something about this. This is just your, regular field, just like anything else. And the same rule will apply if you have it up quest crops only. But I want to show you something. Um, when you go over here, any one of these, okay. Oh God, LT stats on. Okay, there we go. When you go up to the sign, it usually will let you plant them all year round. Now it's not letting me see that, but it does it on the other farm, and I don't know why that is. But these ones are the only ones that you can plant them, but you cannot harvest them. You have to harvest them when the season is around. Just to kind of let you know that. Okay, so I'm going to do my chickens. Hello, Mr. Cow. Yeah, I have found that the Sarima Bantam chickens, if Leghorns were very slow, and they're still slow, but when it comes to the chickens, which one would be kind of the best one of them all to level them up, and if you want to, especially if you want to prestige a chicken, would be the Sarima Bantam chickens. Those are the only ones that I found that level up the fastest. Because I originally did the Leghorns, I'm still waiting. So they're slow unless you have a bazillion of them. But there's that. And I don't want any more feathers because the feathers are full. See, now I'm going to have to go back to the shop again and trade them in. I saw something and I almost upgraded. I'm like, no, I ain't doing that. There was a couple of shops that wanted over 1 billion gold. I'm like, no, I'm good. Thank you. I just made it up to 3 billion between yesterday and today. So I'm like, you know something? I'm just gonna keep on going. And I did notice, oh my gosh, the new fish, they are more expensive, of course. But if you get them up to level 100, be aware that they're not cheap to prestige them. They are not cheap at all. So I keep my cheaper ones prestige. Thank you very much. Yeah. But I was amazed to see how much it costs to prestige the newer fish. Because we do have one lower level fish out of the newer ones. 100,000 per fish. I was like, wow, that's a lot. They're even more expensive than the koi fish that we have. So I was like, okay. So compared to the koi fish, they're cheap compared to the other fish, the newer ones. Yeah, they're expensive. I was like, wow. So I've been looking at the prices. I think they went a little crazy on pricing the newer fish and stuff. But hey, some people like to complain. I don't know where to spend my gold. Well, what about people like me? I don't know where to spend my gold, but I spend it very carefully. It's just like my favor. I utilize my favor on my farm kind of very carefully, basically. That's what I do anyways. You know, um, if somebody needs a little bit of favor or diamonds or something like that, I'll be more than happy to help them. But and I've done it. There's been a lot of people that have done it, but I don't mind. But I'm not gonna drain my favor for that either because I had it accumulated to like 1,000, with the last event. And then, of course, now I'm down to 634. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slowly use it a little at a time. So with the fluffy event, I'll go back up to 1,000 or more. And it's really easy because, um, when you have the event farm up, when it's up, and of course now there's going to be newer things. But once I finish that section off that, I don't need those certain things, it'll go right into the favor. Hopefully, yeah, it should. I don't know why they can. I think I like that idea though that you get favor. So there's my chickens with the eggs, and I still didn't get a lot. Well, I did, but see the new thing, 36,000. That's the inventory now. But that's because I upgraded my inventory thing. And Ace is 500, right? Oh, I got a long way to go. I have a long way to go with that. I sit there and I cringe. Like today was just, let me see. Okay, now. Ace up. Oh, you didn't see this. Oh, no, you can't see, so that's okay. I'm not going to harvest that. Look at, see, the wheat's already ready. Corn, my corn is, when you have your corn watered, oh, can't. Well, actually, the best way to show you, I already have those down. But seriously, see how the corn says 30 minutes? So when you have it watered, it's 15. Obviously, lettuce is going to be quicker. But hey, there's that. I'm going to go back to my first farm. Yeah. Okay. There's this. Okay. So now it's I see these are all, but now you see what I'm saying? It says licorice. Okay, but you can plant them all 4 seasons. Notice it says plant. Every single one of these. Why is it showing that now? That's kind of interesting. Maybe because it's just one? Huh. That's interesting. But it still should work that way, the way it's been going. But no, guys, this is what I did. I put all the gas tanks dead center. Well, kinda. It almost looks center, really, because, I got 535 on this side and then 534 on the other side. So that just about equals it to being center. So, and I have over 5,000 lettuce because there's 1, 2, 3, 5. And should I have the need to make it more lettuce fields, I'll do it down below here. I do that instead of anything else because up here I cleared this whole area up top because there's no more machines there, and the buildings I put them all up in here. Oh, I can go there now and hopefully get that quest finished. Let me see. I have to go in here. No, it's not going to be finished. It's another 40 minutes. But yeah, I can't get over the price of some of these fish. I really can't. And again, see, I put all the newer ones over here. Now these ones aren't too, that's not too bad of a price, but when you get down to, let me see, 11,000, 43, 60, 65, 72, 77, 84, and then you have another fish which is called the copper axolotl. It's 100,000 for that fish. And if you look down below, like these ones here, your anglerfish. Well, you know, the anglerfish is not too bad of a price. But again, the most expensive fish before used to be the koi. Now they're not in comparison to the newer fish that we have. If I go into town, pay my workers. Oh, yeah. And they're doing really well with the apples and stuff like that. But see, oh, God. Okay, so I knocked that down with the berries, because believe you me, that will fill up very quickly. Let me see, which one do I want to do now? Oh, yeah, I definitely want to do that one. And I just had it lowered on the other one. I might. Okay, I'm going to lower that a little bit. But I'm not going to touch the peppers, and I'm not going to touch the... Yeah, no, don't touch the purple ones. Because, yeah, the animals do use that one. The garlic one, I don't really touch because of the two machines. It's machines that use the garlic as well as the sheep eat garlic. And so you got to kind of bear that in mind. Let me see. I kind of leveled this guy up a little bit. Oh, maybe I can get rid of some of my, oh, well, I could. Why upgrade? Oh, 56,000. Let me see. Oh, okay, I'll take that. Oh, he's gonna, ugh. I'll take it. Oh, this is where he gets me. He's gonna get me on those blue things, isn't he? Blue mushrooms. He's gonna get me every time. So you know what, guys? If you have a chance, put a lot of blue mushrooms. Depending on where, you know, if you have the two mines, do one with your white ones and do the other one with the blue ones. And then what you do is, when you're ready to harvest the blue ones, oh, I'll gladly give you that. The 24,000. Look how many of those dang fish I have. Ooh, maybe I'll get. Oh, okay, I'll take it. Okay. Oh yes, take the peanuts too. I don't care about them. Okay. So now I have it to 160. I'm going to leave it alone because I'm going to leave it alone. But now, when I go over here to the fruit stand, look at this. This is sad. No. And that's when I looked at it. I said, no, I am not spending 1 billion. No. Not going to happen. No, sorry. And I'll trade in some feathers. But what's her upgrade is? Oh. Okay, so let's give you that. Let me see. Oh. Oh. Okay, let's see how far we get to 220. I'll take the 220 if I can. And I have no idea what the zebras are going to drop. There hasn't anybody in the word on that. I doubt if it's going to be horseshoes or something. Yep, well, I'm sure that it does. It has them all maxed out. I'm sure it does. Let me see. Upgrade? No, I ain't touching those tomatoes. See, this is the thing. I have to be very careful what I do trade in with the shop because of the simple fact that tomatoes, there's not a lot. How come I get? Oh, so which means I could give them some of these, maybe? Oh, jeebus. Oh, oh, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna leave it alone. Never mind. That's the first time I traded those in. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually, this is the third. No, wait a minute. Yeah, this is, wow. Let's see what my quests are. And okay, Mosea, I'm not gonna pin it because parasols, I have those in the working. Slim Dunk the daisies, I'm unpinning. Banana, Jersey, asparagus. Coffee time. Fruit Revolution. Opal. Bing, bing, bing. Nope. What? Crimson grapes. Crimson is summer, I think it is. Common. Oh, look at that. Aren't they nice? Common spinach. 450. Yeah, buddy. I don't have 500 of those flowers. Oh my god, that's a lot of flowers. I mean, serious. This guy just really slammed me bad. Oh, let's go over here to the milk guy. I think yeah, okay. Now see, I looked at his upgrade. Okay, here's the thing. He is 212, right? She is 213. Okay? So, what she wants? She wants 1.3 billion to go to 214, right? And I'm like, what is this guy doing? He wants 2 billion? I don't think so. Maybe in your next life or something, buddy, but I don't think so. But there's that, and I'm not going to touch the eggs. So I try to, oh, in the flower shop, that was another one that was a little strange. This one isn't too bad. 59. Oh god, I'm killing my diamonds. 60. Oh, that's okay. Oh, and guess what? I need the white mushrooms. I didn't even realize I didn't have any. Are you serious? Oh, I gotta get out of here. Yeah, I gotta go over here. Are you serious? I don't have any. Oh, wow, I don't have any. I have 2,000 mushrooms. And see, but I've been getting a lot of gold and silver, basically. So that I'm not gonna cry about. And I did all my machines for today. I think I have to wait because they're not. Yeah, see, I'm gonna wait. The only ones that I could see, like these ones were pretty much the easiest ones. I kept doing them over and over and over again. And the apples, the lemon juice or the lemons, the juice extractor, and the jam stall. So I mean, it takes a little while for those. So I don't even bother. I just kind of wait and pass my time with them. So now I'm gonna go back to my farm too, eventually, because I depleted a lot of stuff just by doing that. But see, I know when the event comes, I'm gonna have to kind of slow it down a little bit, only because I'll be doing more time with the event farm, and and of course taking some breaks in between. Oh, wait a minute, can I do the grapes now? Are they ready? Oh crap. I probably can't. I think those grapes, I didn't think so. Yeah. So I'll go back up to 4. And, oh crap. There's the... Oh, 330. Sorry. All right, I'll do these first because that's 130 crimson. Those will be easy. See, apples and pears, they're going to constantly be harvested all the time because I have my workers on all, well, with the exception of the third field. But the workers are going to constantly be doing them, so. And this, with the exception of winter. Oh, I am not going to get 330 put down. Oh, that ain't, no. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I hate when it takes to me forever. Okay, here we go. So now I got that rolling in. I don't think I'm gonna make it though. I might if I can get this road. Oh, maybe I might be able to get them in. Now the burrow banana, I know that I'm gonna be able to find the burrow banana on just the one farm, which is farm 3, which has just got my basic flowers over there and fish, and then I have all pineapple trees set up over there. So there's that. Okay, so this is good. Easy peasy. It's going to be a little bit more difficult unless you get a lot of money, but I know that's going to be a little more difficult to level up certain things. So there's that. Okay, so now that no, I didn't do it yet. I'm surprised. 33, huh? Let's see what it does. Okay, so I did the grapes. Oh, common spinach. I don't know when that is, but we'll find out. And I made a big field for the quested items. See that? Nope. I didn't grab the ticket. Sorry. It's my farm, so. What? Oh. No, but like I said, if you come to my farm, I'm not going to make a big deal about it. You're not going to get banned because there's nothing there that says please pick up the tickets. Though, if you go to somebody else's farm and you see that sign, especially on Ace's farm, he has a lot of those. It says, pick up the tickets and stuff. So, and if someone says, can you please pick up the tickets? Can you do it, please? Thank you for doing that, because it is for his other farm that he's trying to start up. So you're helping him, and I think in that sense, he's got that lettuce farm up, and he's helping the community. So that's how I look at it. I mean, you gotta remember something. He's got that lettuce farm up going 24/7, and it is what it is, kind of thing, folks. And I know that he would appreciate it. Well, see that? Look at that. It still goes. Because what I did here in this case, because what we have like 4 different types of this particular rice. I'm kind of glad they brought the rice patties back, which is cool. Portobello, those are white mushrooms. And I just want people to know, if you don't have the cyber pack, and if you're doing, whatever, part of the event that you're doing, But if you get to the center, trust you me, there's those little gas pumps. They do the same thing as the big ones. I put them center too to make it kind of convenient for people to know that, they're there and that's what they're there for. Let me see now. Do I have um well, hello, Mr. Bunny. What you doing out today? I I don't think any of those things are. Oh, yes they are. And when is this? Oh, okay, so Jersey. I think that is the one that I try to level up fast, and I. What do you mean it can't be? Oh, because I put it on the wrong one. Sorry, guys. Oh, God, 450. Common spinach. Well, ain't that a good one? That's okay. Because I made these fields long. Yes, I did. What I'm going to do is turn around here. Go down to this end here. Just to fill it in. Just to have that space. It's kind of a weird day today. It's nice. It's a cool day, but it's also hot at the same time. Oh, 327. Nice. So now I'm going to go back down here to 4 and head over here. See what I mean? I did it 36 by 36. So, and plus I watered this row. I didn't start the next row unless I have to go over there further. And if I do, I do. But if I don't, I won't have to. Okay. But just to finish off the row like that, I'll just do this. At least it won't look crappy. Okay, so we have the... Oh, I have to do them anyway, so it doesn't matter. I have to do all the piggies. There's my little buddies. I don't know, I probably should turn those around so people can see them. And the only ones that I thought was pretty decent to prestige were the black pigs because they level up. They level up pretty fast. The land race, well, not so fast. But, at least they're ready in an hour. So, there's that. The goats. The 2 brown goats are the only 2 that are really good enough to, prestige them. Because they level up faster. But just pay attention to how, when they level up. And don't do it when they're level 1 through 10 because they'll all level up pretty fast to 10. It's when they get to be like level 15, you can tell, just by looking at the little ticker how fast or slow they level up. Like here we got the horrific pig, and they don't really level up so quick. But the large black pig, it moves the ticker. If you look, see, it's going pretty decent. So that's the only one I decided to kind of rely on. Of course, though, I think I did my polka dotted one too, because that was my favorite one. I like the little polka dots. Yeah. He's a little slow contender, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I got patience. So, portobello mushrooms. Burrow banana trees. I thought there was some flowers. There probably is. Bing cherries. See, I have a lot of the cherry trees up here, and then a lot of them here. See, so that's why that it fills up pretty fast when it comes to the cherries and, the berries. And of course, the spice. I have a lot of that up there. So, okay, now, are you kidding me? I just harvested those too. The wild turkeys. You gotta be kidding. Yeah, I'll turn those around. People probably can't see those. Figure out what it is. So we'll go to farm 3. And I'll show you how I did my pineapple. Okay. So, see way over here? These are all the pineapple trees. Oh, I might have something in there. It's probably, look at that, the only thing in the house besides your piano. But I did that in a pinch. Okay, so now see over here, over here, these are just regular, the very first fish we got. These are not, there's no new ones. I think I put a new one for in here, but it was a cheaper fish, so I put them over there. And I think I did one for the other type fish, and that was it. But I didn't really go, I just replaced 2. That was it. Oh, is he getting to that? Oh. I'm seeing them finishing. They're not moving, so I don't know. Oh. These ones are 500. How long does it take? So every 2 hours? Okay. Okay, so now I finished those. Watering is not going to make a difference. The only difference it's going to make with what it yields. So we have on the third row, third row top, daisies. I don't need to harvest any of these right now. Just the ones up top. But it's so funny that all those trees over there are all pineapple. And today, I had a couple of quests with the pineapple trees. So you know what I did, just to get them done? I went over there and I harvested them because I wanted to get the trees done that needed to be done. And that's what I did. So. What else? I thought there was, maybe they got the fish already. And I always finish off the row, even though, you just do a few and, stuff like that. I always finish off the row. I want to see if these are what ones these are in here. I'm curious now. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Oh, it needs 4 opal. Yeah, thank you. Let me just check something with Port Bell. Oh. I thought it... Wait a minute. No, because if it was quest, it would show up as being... Oh, yes, it is. It's right there. So you know what? Port Bello will go right there. I I didn't really specifically put what I wanted in here, so let me just see something. Oh, 4. Oh, good heavens. Alright, it's alright, it's all good. This is where it's gonna get kind of like we'll see how this works out for me. But it does say I have. Oh, it says I have 2 down here, huh? Oh well. Now see, this is nice. I don't know if they're gold or silver, but you see what's nice about it? There's a lot of gold in there. Or silver, either or, but this is how I found my mines today. When I got on, I was like, ooh, I like that. I'll take those. I don't mind it. Okay, so I have a lot of... No, I have a lot of these in the other farm. So we'll do these here. I'll put these down. Because this one here is... Oh, God, it's kind of empty. Like, really empty. So we'll fill it up with some mushrooms. Not all the same, but some. Okay, so those are done. Huh. See, look at that, huh? So, I like it. Alright, what white one can I put here? We have 8 of those. Cerami mushrooms. Okay, I'll put these in here. I'm not going to put too many of them either. I just want to fill them in.
It's 5:00 p.m.
Okay, so now we'll go over here. And, see, that's cool. Have the silver. Okay, so I'm gonna wait on those mushrooms. What kind I want there? So the white mushrooms are. I need to harvest those pigs again for sure. Did I finish? Yep. I referenced back to the map because I want to make sure that I got the, whatever was in there out. I don't want to skip any. And believe you me, I've done it. Skip them. I remember when I got my first mine, and of course then I got my a quest for, mushrooms. So when I was looking at it, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I said, I didn't see that on the menu anywhere. So, I'm looking on the crops and the trees. No mushrooms. And then, of course, I go into the mine. Bingo. That's where they were. So if you see some crazy quest that says it wants X amount of mushrooms, and it's nothing that, obviously, it's not going to count if you go do the pigs, because the pigs it's just plain mushrooms. It's interesting too that I don't see those big blocks of iron down in here like I did before, so maybe the gold and the silver make a difference. Because there really wasn't a lot of gold. I mean, there really wasn't a lot of, once I started, doing for the copper and stuff like that, it just seemed like the iron mines kind of dwindled away because of the 3 new things that we got from the mine. And there's that. Okay, so now I'm done here. So yeah, oh wow. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do, there's 3, 6, 9. So maybe what I'll do is do half white and half blue. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. And hello, Blaze. I was on your farm last night. Didn't do very much. I harvested a few things and then I left. So no matter, like I said, no matter where I go, I can't earn any favor. I just, I'm happy with what I got, and I'm going to try to keep it up as high as I can. Yeah. See, now if I need to get these in a pinch, eventually over here, I don't even, oh, the burrow banana tree. Burrow bananas. I'll just do them. I'd rather just do them than wait. Did I get them? Okay. I guess I did. Okay. So now I can head back to, see, that's 3. Let's see what's going on with Farm 1, because I don't think there was anything on Farm 1 that was quested. At least I got the little bus stop for the pause. I mean, for the fluffy event. And see, there's the gas stations. And I put all my houses sort of, they're not, I mean, it's like I put them up here, but, they're out of sight and out of mind. And I don't know if you heard, oh, you probably just got in. We're going to get zebras, by the way, Blaze. How you like those apples? Number 9. So I think I'm low. Again, folks, if you see this, even if you see the backside, but if you see like the little spinning wheel, the windmill kind of thing, then that's it. Yep, we're going to get zebras. I posted a picture of it in Discord. So, yep. But I'm still trying to think. I'm trying to think if they're going to just... They did it with the unicorns. I remember something like that. Was it the unicorns or the alpacas? It was one of the... Or maybe all of them. I don't know. But I think what it is it's going to be involved into... it's going to be in the event. My guess is you will probably get the zebra to plant it down or put them down, but what's might happen is if you do not finish that event, because chances are the zebra's going to be the last thing to get, like the other ones that they did. So I just thought I'd give you a heads up. So, and my assumption is it might be a 2 to 3 hour wait to get them harvested. Aren't they? I think it's the general chat one, I believe. Because Sarge actually... how far up does this go? Okay. Let me stop at this gas pump and I'll tell you. Did you see it? So you seen the picture of it? Yeah, and basically what I do is I went trolling. Okay, see, this is the halfway mark, guys. This is what it looks like. And it looks like that all the way straight across to the lettuce. Okay, so when you see this little thing, okay, um, and if you look left or right, if I have to hop over, I don't know if I should put that back or not. We'll see how it works out. Um, but I only put it up just to be convenient for others. Like if you're looking for something like that. But I did that just for convenience. And did you see the picture that Sarge did? He said he could do a he could make your farm have that little thing with the zebra there. I thought that was kind of neat. I personally would just like to have a little cat in the corner. That's it for me. You know, that's what I want. Just so I can be reminded about Shotgun, what he's doing. I'd probably just do a little corner. And I don't know, I'd probably have it on my event farm because, you know, it's gonna be real busy, crazy, or crazy busy. And I will be leaving my farm open as much as possible. Um, and again, if it goes offline, it's just because you guys know that sometimes when you go to farms and you see that little red thingy, that says it's still trying to connect. Sometimes it does, and then you don't notice it. Because I have had that happen a couple of times on your farm, Ace, where I get that little red thing, the little red warning, but it doesn't disconnect. It still stays there, so which is good. And I've even had it. I've been on my own farm and I've had that happen. So, and I just wait. I wait to see if it disconnects me, and if it doesn't, then it's fine. But sometimes in the morning, um, then it is disconnected for the obvious reason. Um, but also, guys, you gotta give me a chance. So when I have to go to like my farm too to keep up with my resources, with my crops. If you see it down, it's only going to be down for maybe an hour at the most. So just to kind of give you a heads up, and I will post it again for our Discord members. Like if you guys want me to make it private for you, not a problem. I can do that. So that way, at least you guys will have, you'll be able to hop on my farm anytime. But I'll usually do that for like 24 hours. I'll just leave it up privately. So that way, if you need to come to the farm, do your thing, that's great. Even if it's public, fine. But if you really need to get it done, oops, there I go, hit the thing, yay. But if you need to get it done, you guys get it done. You can get it done, whatever. Because I just have a funny feeling. Obviously, it's gonna say, "Oh, you need 10,000, 15,000 of these." Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't wait for that one. The last event was killer. I sat there and I was like, "Are they serious?" So, and I get it when somebody comes to the farm and they're harvesting um, what they're doing, the event item. And once I start seeing them still there, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I just kind of figure, once the event items are down And again, I'm kind of debating whether I should do a little bit more than 12,000, but it's going to be a tough decision depending on how many. But then again, worst case scenario, I can always open the very bottom below, right here. And if need be, I'll put the zebras there. I'm not going to go swapping out maps and things like that. I wouldn't have a problem doing that. Because I know during the event, nobody comes here for lettuce. They do not. They come here for the event. It's a rarity if someone decides they want to come here for favor. Because I know different. Let's see. See, that's the halfway point, right? Okay, so if your gas tank's that way, you just hop over and get yourself some gas and you're good. That's what I do. But now you won't have to hop over the fence when it comes to the lettuce, because let me just show you real quick. Oh, it's too far away, isn't it? Yeah, it is. All right. Yeah. Oh, no, you can see it from here, hopefully. You see that? So you won't have to hop over a fence, but you will if you're doing tea. But I'm trying to make it convenient for others to just do their thing. Now, where did I leave off? Yeah. I know I was in the middle. Oh, no. It doesn't matter what I do in the middle, right? Okay, yeah, I just did that end. Number 2. Yeah. And of course, the regular fluffy things, they didn't really take that long. It would be nice if the event Tinkerbells were an hour. That would be so awesome, but I doubt it. Because I know when the ones that you get from the events, it's an hour, but also you can't plant them in the wintertime. So that is only a 3 season. But the one for the event's going to be all 4 seasons, which is great. So, and I'm just thinking about this. So if we're getting one zebra, right? Are we going to get more after that? Because that just doesn't make any sense, right, guys? Um, I also read that they're going to have a thing called the Zen packet, Zen. Um, I should have probably pulled it up again. Um, it's going to have a variety of things. So who's to say? I don't know if it's going to have zebras or not in it, but if you go on their Discord channel, I'm not sure about Reddit. I haven't, I don't really go there too often. But I know, like for example, if you type in zebra, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see the zebra thing. And if you type in maybe Zen Pack or Zen, most likely Zen Pack. If you go in there, they'll have one. They're gonna have a pack out in August, but I'm not sure exactly, time frame wise when. But there was a mention of Zen Pack. So we'll see. Oh yeah, the green. Okay, yeah, because today it was full until I started opening some of the shops, and I'd be like, oh no. Oh, Blaze, take your time. It's no big deal. Did you check to see what I did to the animals? I fixed them. That was one of the things I did do the other night was I fixed your animals so they're all in the right spots. Yeah. And of course, did you like your fish pond? I left you a message too in the thing that said, because those were all the regular fish with the exception of two. Um, but basically, um, you need to get an area. Yeah, yeah, new fish. I mean, it just does make sense. It just makes sense to me because I don't know if you've noticed, but if you look at those prices in comparison to like the older type fish that we've had, you'll understand why. And yeah, and I think what I did was I increased it to 130 fish, and obviously you got your fish, your workers doing their thing. Um, but yeah, I really hesitated. I said no, I'm gonna hold off on that because I mean I seen your money, and I'm like, you know something, if I put those new fish down, wow. Oh, okay. I think what I did was with the newer ones, I think it was the cyber ones first. Yeah, because when I worked, I was starting with the cyber ones, the low level ones. I put those down. Okay, well, thank you so much. And I think that farm looks good though. I thought, yeah, this looks better. It's like taking shape. Oh, okay. I've been watching a new show. It's called Being Human. I don't know if any of you've seen it, but I've been watching it for a while, and I fall asleep because I don't know. I've got to go see my doctors tomorrow too. So, ooh. But I've been, like really tired lately. My sugar's been okay as long as yeah. For me, when I take a look at my farm and do my thing here, um, it gets a little difficult to generate money, especially now because with the new stuff, you got to be very careful with the you do have to be very careful with the herbs and teas, guys. You really do. Um, I mean, I did 535, 534. You know what I mean? I doubled up the rows, but um, it can get very, very costly to, get it up and running. I think the thing is you might, like I said, even though it's 535, you might want to do 250, 225. You might want to start somewhere there in between, um, because if you want to get all the spices and your herbs down, that's really what you got to do. It's because it'll cost you a lot. You know what? That's a good number, Blaze. It's a very, very good number. Nope. That's a great number. Yeah, because even when I was doing, doing this here, and I did, I mean, well, with my test farm, I went the full 800, like, which was really silly. I never should have done that. And, but I mean, I went broke quite a lot. But then I learned from that, of course. And then when I started doing it on this farm, I'm like, well, let's try 500 and see what happens. Oh yeah. I'm like, oh no, I'm broke again. Yeah. So I mean, it works that way, because I'm trying to I'm looking at it from all the angles of people that, oh, where you going? See what happens? My controller, I just tapped it a little bit and it just goes, oh no, I'm going this way. But no, I try to consider what would be good for someone that doesn't have a lot of gold, because again, it can be very, very costly. So, you know, you can always add on. That's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? It's not like there's going to be, you can just add on to your existing tea and herbs. Um, I don't know. I'm still weighing the pros and cons if they're any faster or slower to level them up. Because you know how you spices where there's three spices that we've been using. So, and those things, I never really, because I never had to put them down anymore. I mean, I was putting them down for quests and things like that, but I never really put them down for very much of anything. I did the trees instead. But, and even the three spice ones that are the regular ones, um, I mean, they were higher level anyways, but I never bothered with them, honestly. Never did, so it is what it is. But, so, you know what? I watched somebody, she's a follower of mine, and she was playing, and I was like saying, that game kind of sort of looks familiar. So I was watching her a little bit last night. She was playing Palia. Was it Palia? Yeah, she was playing Palia. But the thing was, because I'd played it for a while, and I stopped playing it, of course. But then I was like looking at it, and I'm like, whoa, that looks like a new area. So I don't know. But it's on my Xbox. I actually thought it was on my PC. I guess not. But I do love this part here where I put all of this down, as far as. And by the way, there is a straight through area, so in other words, you don't have to hop over. So if you get up as far as these gas pumps, there's an area that just takes you straight through, just to kind of give you a heads up. So I'm trying to make it as convenient as possible for those that are, you know, you get to the middle and you're kind of like getting low on gas, but you shouldn't, only because my garage is fully maxed. It's fully maxed out, so you should be able to go a little faster, and there's that. And everybody should be happy when you're on my farm doing the event. If you come, if you don't come, I'll be sad. But I know it does get hit a lot with people coming. But I'm assuming that the first maybe 3 to 4 days, if that 3 days, it's gonna get hit pretty hard with lots of people. But then it gradually falls off after like the fourth day, because when they start coming back, if they didn't get them then, they come back and they start looking for the zebras. So me, you know, yeah, they're just crazy. But my farm will be ready because I got it all set up. I'm just tempted to like, extending it. I think that's all. Yep, those are all done. See, because this right here is a total of 12 rows. So 12,000. What I'm thinking is maybe add 3 more rows. So it'll be at least a 15,000 because we've all have seen it where it's like, you know, initially, the initial part of it when when you get that, you have to do 15,000. So um, that's where it gets a little. But I know my people will get it done. At least they'll get it done a lot faster too. Yeah, you can hear them pounding on the door, Ace. It's like, let me in! Boom, 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 boom. Please let me in. What do you mean you have to start late? What, the event? Well, listen, Blaze, if you need for me to make that private just specifically for you, not a problem. Yeah. No, Blaze, this is what I'm saying. If you or even Ace, doesn't matter who you are from our Discord, if you need to me to make this private for you, I will be more than happy to because I've done it in the past. And but that's what I'll do. I will leave it private and you guys can just have at it because obviously, you know, sorry to say this, guys, but I try to take care of my members first before, I do it for the public. Um, but yeah. Oh, but no, very seriously, if you need me to make it private, I'll do it. And I'll leave it open all night and all day. Such is life. I don't mind. I don't mind at all because it's helping everybody out. I hope that thing is done. Come on now, where is it? Yeah, it is. Oh, please be done. Yay me! Oh, 35,000. Nice. The XP's getting better and better every time I do this. Jersey marshmallow. Well, I don't think I have anything in there. Nope, I have to go to my farm too. Nope. Oh, come on, Maya. I love you guys. You guys know that. Nope. No, like I said, if anybody needs me, if anybody from our group says, hey, you know, I got to work, I got a life, I got this, that, don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. Because, like I said, I will make it private. And if you hear someone banging at the doors, don't pay any attention. You get them things done. It's really hilarious, too, because, when I go to some of my friends' farms, they're high end. Oh, man, it's like, I think, oh, I'll go sneak in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there ain't no sneaking in. And if anybody has seen Lord Base's farm, like, let me see, vertical? Yeah, yeah. They they have their farm set up vertically. One side is whatever it is, one side is whatever that is. but I never looked, but I will probably, hopefully, can look this time around. I'm a little, see, I know that she's not getting the full 800 going, you know, from north to south. I think it's pretty close, I want to say, to 700. But the question does she is she getting is she getting look at that. See, my spice is filled. Oh, you were there this morning, right? I think she changed it around a little bit cuz let me see. When I was last there, well, the first time I went back there, she had all her poinsettias up. So I said, "Oh." But then I looked again and she had all the walls closed out. So I'm like, "Oh, okay." But uh, when I went to her normal, regular farm that she usually has up, that's when I noticed it. I said, "Oh, she changed some things around. She probably opened it up a little more." But I seen that, and it looked good. She still got those high walls though. She's smart. She still got those walls up. That's a smart thing to do. Let me see. Feathers. Do I need a lot of? Oh no. I don't care about the lettuce. Oh, wheat. Oh, and by the way, just FYI, the zebras eat wheat. Just FYI. So, it depends on how many you put down. I don't have a clue what they drop. Maybe, I don't know. I can't imagine what they're going to drop. Yeah, she did. I know she did change it around. Um, cause, cause she still has the high walls on that main farm that she's used. She separated a lot of the crops. Well, actually put the signs back up, but she did separate her workers with the high walls too. I get okay. So right now I get no boost. 3, 2. I get 3. Okay. So I get a total of 3 with boost. But see, I'm not gonna go wahoo crazy. Yeah. See, I'm not going wahoo crazy. With putting workers on the corn, I'm not gonna do that. It's pointless unless you some of your crops are lower level and you want to hurry. You want to try to get them done consistently, especially now with the workers having a bigger expansion. It might be worth it. But because at the time I had them working on the tomatoes, the corn, tomatoes, corn, and potatoes. That's what I did. I don't know how many donkeys I have, but you want to know something? How you? Well, okay. See, I don't do that anymore now. I conservatively do 144 of each animal. Okay, especially my horses, because they will eat your apples. And if you think I'm kidding, I'm not, because you better have plenty of apples. And besides being a P5, you better get them apples up to P10. I'm telling you right now, because it's not so much the jam stalls, but um, I remembered I had pretty close to 250 of each horse. So I would have, and then I would have pretty close to, I don't know, 20,000 apples or better. Well, them horses ate more than half of those apples. Yeah. I was like, no, no, no. Okay, so I have 144, so we're talking 600, we're talking 700, so that's not bad. But how many donkeys do you have in a row? Do you have 200 in a row? Just out of curiosity. Because I did before. I did have 200 in a row, and but then because I did that with the horses. Oh my God! I thought so. Okay, so then that's about. Oh, we're talking a. Oh, oh no 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 no. That's a hell of a lot of wheat. May I ask why so many donkeys? They give you horseshoes. I know horseshoes equals equals. Okay, yeah, they give you ribbons because real easy ribbons. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, yo. I hope you came up with that on your own because here's the thing. Um. Oh, not this map. Come on, guys. Okay, so 575. Okay, and they're all P10s. My two spice trees. So my two spice trees, they just give me what, three spice, not counting the other ones that I have going for me. But this is a poor example because none of my spice trees are in here. But and again, see, look at that. I have 40,000 of my spice. So, and when I cash them in, I mean that's how I've made a lot of ribbons was my spice. See, yeah, yeah. I guess I've turned conservative, Ace. What can I say? I mean, because I do remember having like, let me see. I remember having 200, which was 197. I remember these numbers so well. I went from 197, that was like, say, 200, right? And then I went from 200 to 400. But now that's not counting how I also did my crops. I did the same thing. So it would equal out to what they needed, as far as crops were concerned. See, so that's what I did basically. Um, but then again, it killed me every darn time when it came to feeding the horses because I did. Oh wait, that was okay. Yes, when I had the trees and the poinsettias, when I had a farm set up with trees and poinsettias, I had my workers on the apples, pears, and lemons. And I'm not kidding you. I used to like sit there and go, "Oh God, I gotta feed the horses." And even though I have four jam stalls, and doing the jam stalls wasn't so bad. What was bad was doing the horses, and that, like I said, that was 250 horses. I mean, I put them in the far, far away land. You know what I mean, with the flowers and stuff. I said, I'm not dealing with this. Same thing with the donkeys. I'm like, I'm putting them in the faraway land, you know, because what is it? The horses are every 2 days, and the donkeys are like every day, and like a day and a day and so many hours. So yeah, yeah, and but I think that's what I'm doing now. It's like I'm just doing a conservative farm. It might take me a little longer, but Yeah, see, okay, so that one day, I remember that was like one was 2 days, and the donkeys was definitely a day. Do you know what was the biggest problem, believe it or not? And I don't know why, but maybe because it was, well, they weren't leveled up either. I mean, I finally started prestiging them. I think the biggest problem was with the garlic because you got your sheep, right? So, and I was doing, yeah, I was doing like 200 sheep. Yeah, see that. So, I mean, I'm trying to I'm trying to do that even thing there, you know what I mean? It's like, that's what I'm trying to do. And it does work for me. Uh, I think if I, because even though now they're 144, I could probably, but I'm not going to do it. I could probably put down, well, I could do 100, I can do 150, no problem. That's not a problem because I have plenty of crops to feed them. If I hit the, because I do it so that way there are increments of 9. So if I do the 197, or let's say 200, just to make it even, but I do 197 because it does make sense doing it that way. Um, I could probably get away with doing 200 with how my crop is set up now. I could probably do that because I have more crop than I do. I have more crops than I do animals. Yeah. See, so and I because I started recently, um, and I think I kind of think too, depending on the machines you have on your farm. I kind of think depending on the machines you have on your, as excuse me, I shouldn't say machines. I think what happens is it depends on how many machines of each crop you have on your farm. That's important. Because granted, I know a lot of you people, you go out there and you buy a whole bunch of the machines. Don't do that because the mistake that we've all made in the early days was this. We've all made the mistake of having way too many machines and not having what we need to feed them. That's been the biggest problem. Um, because it's almost like, the sheep, they eat the garlic. Well, if you have garlic, if you have the cheese machines, they take 900 a pop. So, it's so you got to weigh the pros and the cons of which ones you want to do. And I know for me, for example, when I had the grape machines, and I think I had 8 to 10 of them, and to me, that was really a big waste simply for the fact that, yeah, I got grapes up the wazoo, and I'm talking a full field from maybe here to there. Oh, God, you and your machines. I can't even believe you did that. I can't believe that. I could never do that. I could never. I only have two tea machines too. But I think with mine being as low as they are, I think um, at least for other people, it they can physically see like, oh, okay, like you know what, the two stalls, the two factories that I've had, and I probably could add more because I saw her today and I said, oh Lord, um, was my jam stalls and my the ones that juice, that's for just lemons only. The thing that I liked about the jam stalls is they're fast, they're quick, and they don't really, well, now they don't really take as much as they used to. Yeah. So, you know, if I had to, if I wanted to add more machines, I'd probably put maybe, because I got four of, no wait, I think I got more of those. Wait, I think I have six juice ones. And then today, I didn't realize it because I have so much with the lemons. Oh, I had the juice tank full. I was like, and why is it? I mean, look at that. I have 9,285. Earlier today, it was kind of full. And I'm sitting there going, and why is that? Um, Today was the first time with my material. I had more than 7,000 today. But that's because I just ignore it and I don't pay any attention to it. I just keep doing the thing. Like with the peanuts, I have over 20,000. By the way, I don't have the peanut machines, the peanut butter machines. I just sell them. And the melon trees, they drove me nuts, but you know what? It makes what I need. So I don't know. I could probably get away with, yeah, with that. Let me go to farm one again. Oh, oh, did it just say I got something new? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did, oh, maybe, looked like I did. My farm has to be, is that a gold duck? Seriously? That better not be a gold duck, because if that is, I could care less. Yeah. See, I wish you could see this, Ace. I think you'd like it. But anyways, this is gonna be the gnome city. You know, and it's not done. So, but oh, you can see, yay! I mean, look at this, huh? But this is gonna be the infamous gnome city. I got a little lighthouse going on. You know what I'm saying? Now this is what I like. They can ring their bell. That's when people come or the train's coming, either or. But look! I got my gnome waving at people. And then the other gnome, he rings the bell, just FYI. And then I got my gnomes over here. One guy, he's walking because, he's handling this. And then I got her handling the hot dog stand. I mean, that's pretty good, right? And so I had to I put this house up near them to say, the gnomes live here. But I'm going to kind of fill this whole area with fun stuff to do. Let me see. Now I also have the fish machines on the other, but the workers are taking care of that, so I don't have to worry about it. Because there are no fish here other than the ones that I put out in the pond. My favorite little fish right here, my anglerfish. I love these guys. So yeah, here I have the four. See, I wish I should have waited, but that's okay. But see, here's my grapes. I have 2 grapes. I have 2 tomatoes. The tomatoes. Oh, is it ready? Oh yeah. Okay, guys. This is what happens when you have just, let's say, 1 tomato machine, right? Here's what happens. 900. Okay. I kind of think in my brain that, are you going to plant 900 tomatoes? Now let's talk realistically. Are you going to plant 1,800? Okay, so let's say you got P5 tomatoes, okay? So, and what I mean P5, I mean Prestige 5. When you have them, that means you get 2 tomatoes instead of 1. 1 tomato, 2 tomato, 3 potato, 4. No. Anyways, guys, so I'm just trying to point out, because I know some of you do not have your machines up to this level yet. But I thought I'd give you a heads up. So that's why I only have 2 tomato machines, because I'm not going to go crazy and do that many tomatoes, because it will drain you. It will. And I will promise you this, when you see the event running, okay, you watch how many tomatoes I have when the event's still going, because I won't have a whole heck of a lot. This one here is the tofu factory, which takes garlic, okay? This one here is your tea, okay? And I'm not kidding. I was doing the tea. Well, see, tea and lemons are kind of like, they drop all in the same. So maybe that's why too. And see, these are all level 100. Okay, so here's the juice machine. Oh, here we go. This is perfect. Um, just those kitty Tinkerbells. Kitty, not cat Tinkerbells. The kitty ones, the kitten ones. Okay, so I have 8 juice machines, right? Which uses lemons. And I can confidently, with confidence say to you that my lemons, yeah, this is the normal one, I think, isn't it? Yep, okay. So 525 with the spice. And here, these are my pears, okay? Yes, we'll get a zebra too. Now here's what I'm thinking. I think we'll probably get, maybe, it would be kind of nice if we got it like right away, like we did with the other events. And then obviously you're going to have to do the, quested whatever it is at forum. So, yeah. But I'm just going to show you something on my, oops. No, all right. Yeah, I can do it this way. No. Okay, so just to show you, give you a heads up on this, all right? Available resource. Okay, so I'm going to go over here to my pears. Yeah, lots of corn, Maya, lots of corn. So now what I ended up doing was, and I know I talked about my trees before, I put these trees up, and I remember, yeah, because like way back when, I had these trees, the pear trees, and I believe that was last but not least, and the plum tree. The only difference between these two is nothing. They both have the same seasons. So basically, what I did was, so it would save me less money, to do that. So I kind of put these together, and then I gradually put these in. I will highly recommend and suggest try not to do these pomegranates because they're slow. I thought they'd be fast because when we first got them, I'm like, oh, this is great. No, wasn't so great. Um, then when we go to the lemon tree, I did the lemon tree, which is spring summer, and I had my workers on that one. And is it this one? Yep, tangerine tree. Okay. Again, it's called, which one complements the other because of the seasons. So that's how I did that. But now I want to go down here to my spice trees. You see this here? So three, um, I get 3 of these on each one, and I have 575 up. Okay, so I have over 1,000 cinnamon trees, which means, you know, when you go 3 times this, the 575, you're getting a good amount. That's why when it gets filled pretty quick. Um, and the same thing with the berries. It's kind of like you got to figure out which 2 are working for you and which 2 are not. And I did, yeah, okay, I did, yep. I was surprised. The Chrome Cyber Tree leveled up pretty dang fast, but I think that's because we got these 2 trees here. We got these. And if you look at those, one's a spring, one's a spring and the other one's a summer. So I'm just assuming that's why these ones are slower to level up because it's only 2. But spring, summer, you know, um, but that's what I did. And but so now here's what I'm going to show you though. Like even if you first start out, I want you to tell you if you get the lemon machine, the lemon machines or the juice extractor, because you will get that second after the jam stall. Okay, so when you get it, are you gonna, you won't have to have a whole heck of a lot of, um, you won't have to have a heck of a lot of, lemon trees, but you have to have just enough to cover your stalls. That's why I say to people that you just started out, don't get a whole bunch of them. Just start out with two. Just same thing with jam stalls, because I'll show you something. When you're progressively moving through the game again, you're talking 960 lemons when you reach level 100. Okay, that's how that works out. And what will help you out even better is if you use, which I have. I won't. I'm not doing it today. But you can go or get some favor and do your machines. If you do your favor or you do your machines, you can get double the amount of what the juice is. Okay? And the same rule applies with your jam stalls. And with your jam stalls, when you're first starting out, um, you can get ribbons for that. So if you're stuck with trying to get ribbons and diamonds, um, they're really easy to get. Okay, so now here's a jam factory. I love this. I'd probably get more jam stalls because um, you get 1,200 diamonds. Okay, it's well, this is when it's level 100, but it levels up pretty quick. But now, by the time, again, yes, it's 900 pear, 900 apples. But when you're leveling up your trees just for this one machine, and the more trees you have, that's why I tell people if you can do 2 to 400, do it. Especially now where you get a 24 by 24 worker that can just handle it for you. Um, and in the early stages of the game, when you're playing, um, you don't need workers really, because obviously trees. I used to say to my friend George, you know what? Go do your trees. They'll make you money. Because trees will always make you money. Trust me, I know. I make trees my friends. Trees are my friend, especially when I'm broke.
It's 6 o'clock
And if
p.m.
I'm broke, oh yeah, get my workers to work. Now see, the jam factories are pretty fast when it comes to your wait time, because it makes jam every 5 minutes. Okay, and I think, and the juice extractors every, a little bit, probably every 7 minutes, 6 or 7 minutes. So just to kind of give you a heads up on that. So there's all of these, you've got your cheese factory, which is your milk from the cows and the goats. And then, of course, you've got these. Oh, okay. Beehive. And it requires you to have, at level 100, 360 of those flowers. Daisy, rose, and poppies. I think those are poppies. I forget now. But anyways, um, and so you don't have to worry too much about it. Like these ones here are not. Oh, this one is ready. Oh, what level is it now? Oh, level 41. Woohoo! Okay, so now I have to put 240 at level 41. This in there. It's not bad. I'm dying to see what you get for 100. And I automatically bought 6 machines. I figured, why not, right? And then, what? Oh, I swear to God, every time I look at these, I think it's a winery one. The tint extractor only uses flowers. I'll show you. Right now it's level 39, so I'm not gonna, worry about it. It'll fill it up. But now they're 1 hour. So you figure it makes whatever it makes in an hour. And the same thing with the other ones as well. Just to kind of, so just kind of pay attention to that. If you wondered how I know it's an hour, I know some of you go, well, what do you mean an hour? Okay, if you look at the bottom of the screen to the left, You're going to see the factory picture. I got to fill it up. Okay. So down below it, it says 1 hour and 7 minutes. Okay. So it's 1 hour and 7 minutes. Okay, when it starts to make these things, and how many boxes or crates are in there, that you do. This one here is your tofu factory, which uses garlic. Is it done? Oh, God. I hate doing this one. Now, this one, on the other hand, wants 750 garlic. And that's why I say I try to do it conservatively, because when I have to weigh out the pros and cons of the sheep that are the only ones that eat the garlic, for example, I weigh the pros and cons. Now I know that Blaze, she does have a not a, like a whole big bunch, but I know that Blaze has a bunch of she put the garlic machines down, and then she needed a lot of garlic, but it wasn't just for her, her machines. It was also for her animals. So at some point when you're doing that and you have a lot of those machines, you have to decide, well, you know what I mean? It's like you got to compensate. Do you put a whole big field full of garlic down, or it just depends. It's all on what you decide you want to do. Me, I'm just a conservative player, and that's the way I know. Blaze, I feel. I mean, seriously, but uh, because that's why when I have my machines, I only buy so many, and that's it. Because I can make, if I ignored, uh, in which chances are I probably won't get to them all the time, as much as I can now. But I will promise you, during the event, all my stuff that's here right now that you see in my inventory will dwindle down. Yep, because I have had it. The last event, there was a couple of machines I couldn't fill. Why? Because, you know, I'm sitting there at the event thingy, letting it do its thing all night long. And I do try to take a break in between at some point, um, to go to my other farms and do my thing. Because, like, yeah, like I said, the most I have for machines is going to be my juice ones. I'm guilty of it. My juice ones and my jam ones. That's it. I used to have like probably 10 grape wine machines. I got rid of those. And I felt no pain when I did that. Well, see, I haven't opened that bottom section, and I'm thinking, but no one's going to go down there. Well, they will if the animals are there. But see, I just want to see how many zebras we're getting. That's the only thing. I don't, I care about if they level up or not. Um, but I think I'm definitely going to put down 15,000 um, of the kitty things, and then I think I can do 10. I'm not sure. I have to look again. Oh, I can't look again. This is 12. This might be 12 in between from here to there. It might be 12. Well, um, that's the thing. I mean, I'm trying to figure that out. Why would they add one zebra? I have a feeling maybe they'll give us more. I don't know. Um, I mean, it doesn't make sense why they would just do one zebra. And I have no idea what it's going to drop. Um, I'm going to ask someone from their Discord that knows quite a lot about what it is, what's going to be thinging. I just have I have this idea that there is some active players in the Discord, and what they're doing is, I think basically what they're doing is, they're probably playing it like a beta, until the event. and that's my guess. And so, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they are playing on beta farms. They're closed off to the, the public, or maybe they're open. I don't know. But yeah, it might be confetti too. Could be. I mean, we have the llamas and the other ones, so why not, right? Um, but you never know. But then again, see, here's the thing: is that going to be like a event, which I doubt, because we we don't have two different unicorns. We only have like the one. We only have the one alpaca, and the other ones for the event stuff. And the rabbits, same thing. So my thinking is they'll probably give them to us, and if they drop confetti or whatever, that would be great. See, I would love to test all that stuff out, but maybe I'll send a message to one of the devs and ask him, but I doubt he'll let me. Uh, Let me see. There was all of that. So, like I said, I'm not, because, yeah, everything is open from top to bottom, except here. Oh my God, they finally made P5. Oh, good Lord. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Let me see, what are mine? Because I know you, geez, you've been doing those forever too. And I know you have. Well, mine's are, I don't want to talk about it. Look at that. They're still P1. Hello. Yep. Yep. They're still P1. My large black pig, I got one more to go, and then he'll be a P5. Yay me. So, yeah, there's that. Uh, uh, uh. Well, wait. My chicken that's up here somewhere. Hold on. I think he is. Let me double check. Sort by resource. I think he is. I'm not going to say he is and then not be. This guy. Oh, okay, he did. He made it because I remember I leveled him up today. So he's 6. And I'm not going to mess around with him. He's a P5, and that's it. You know what I did? I went in there and I thought, oh, I'll hit it. You know what I mean? And it's like, when I did, I'm like, wait a minute. I thought at first it said, it's going to go from 4 to 5. I had no idea it was going to go to 6. So he was P5. And if you guys want to, if you decide you guys want to do your prestiging your goats one at a time, pay attention to this goat here, Belgian fawn. I mean, he's 4. So the 2 brown goats are pretty decent. This one here, I think, is the fastest one that levels up. I don't even play with the turkeys. I just, no. And again, these rabbits are really good. The California rabbits, they're very good. And see, I kind of started doing these a little bit, but Harlequin. You see, you could see which ones are slow. I mean, they're slow. Oh, this one here. He's pretty good too. No, yeah, he's a 45-minute rabbit. He's pretty good. But I did this one here first. The California rabbit. Now this guy, the Abacote duck, is pretty fast leveling wise. And Peking, no. Magpie, no. Yeah. Milk. Ooh. I thought it was. Hold on a minute. I know the black pig is good. a Holstein cow ain't so hot, but you know, he's slow go. I think it was one of these gray ones. No? What? Oh, crap. No. I think it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. The Holstein. I mean, it's slow, but it's not really that slow. See, that's what I'm saying. I think it's one of the gray ones, and I'm trying to remember. Let me see. Category? Okay, let's go to category then. I don't care. Jersey cow, no. It's one of the gray ones. 2 hours and 45 minutes. 3 hours. It's one of the gray ones. You know what you do? You figure out which one is leveling up faster than the other, and then that's the one you pick. Yep. I want to say Tyrell Gray. And I just recently prestiged him. Just recently prestiged him. But these guys are, well, this one's my favorite pig, so leave him alone. Honestly, when it comes to the sheep, I just prestige him for giggles and laughs because I didn't see one that was any faster than the other. And they were all the same time frame too, 4 to 5 hours, 6 hours. So I don't know. I love him. I think he's so cute and adorable. The reason why I put the Surrey alpacas and I put 2 of these, okay, is the black one. The black one levels up faster than these 2. Just to let you know that. And the other 2 are more hours, but the black one levels up faster. And there was a horse that leveled up faster too. Oh crap! It was really late one night too, and I'm like, okay, now which one was it? And you know what? I want to say it's this one here. The Holsteiner horse levels up quicker. I have not checked out the donkeys. I don't know which one is faster than the other. I have no clue. See, so like I said, if we get the zebra, I mean, I don't see why it can't be separate like these guys here. So, maybe, and then the rabbit too, by the way. Um, I mean, unless it's going to drop either or. Yeah, I think they are too. Well, the horses are. I know the horses are all the same. 2 days. And that's why I put the horses and donkeys together because they're 1 day, 1 day, 1 day. 1 day. They're all 1 day. So, there's that. But who knows? Maybe maybe the zebra will just be like a separate entity. You know what I'm going to do too is I'm going to check something out in their thing because I did see this and I thought, oh, okay. So what do they mean by that? Let me do this. Marcus red. Okay, I think it's called the ZEN pack. A Zen pack. Aha! It's going to be called the Zen pack. Okay, so let me look at this. Okay. Faha. Okay. Zen pack. Caramel. It's going to be called Zen pack flower. Camille. I bet you it's So it's going to be flowers. Oh, God. Why do we need more flowers? You know, Ace. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. Yeah, if you go in their search, and you don't have to be on any particular channel, just type in Zen Pack and you should be good. Um, Matter of fact, because what's his name responded to that. Um, I know that he commented on that. Oh, that's the zebra. So I'm just looking what the contents was. 5 variants. Zen Pack flower, Camille, 5 variants. There was nothing that was mentioned. Okay. I know that that one of the developers had made mention that, that probably won't be available until like in August. He didn't say exactly when, but definitely in August. So that'll be the new, like the new pack, I guess. We'll be able to start. Maybe further happens when. So my so okay. So what I think I might do is I'm gonna message to someone privately and ask him about that. Okay, so we're good. Okay. And I want to put a shout out to BB Joe because she's really been so very helpful to the community. Literally, when I say that, she helps quite a lot in the games Discord. And she's a very helpful person. So, and I had to put a shout out to her. She's very much appreciated for doing that. God bless her. But anyways, like I said, their their channel's called Farm Together, obviously. You know, um, so I mean, basically, what you need to do is you need to just kind of like go in there and type in Zen Pack, or go in there and type in Zebra. Zebra, we know we're getting during the event, but Zen Pack is going to be probably sometime in, I don't know, mid-August. That's what I'm seeing from one of the developers saying that. So I was like, okay, yay. That makes me happy. Hey, it's raining out. That makes me even happier. We need the rain. So there's all that. And I want to put some prayers out there before I forget because I don't like forgetting. But I do want to put some prayers up for people who need them, whether you need them or not. Oh gosh. I did love the flooring. I really did on the Zen gardening stuff. Oh my God, I love that stuff. But then we're talking about a Zen house. Ooh, I love that stuff. I really did. But anyways, let me put some prayers out there because I don't want to talk about Zen and then, skip my prayer. Um, I want to I want to say some prayers for people that need them, whether you need them or not. There's that song. I hope you guys kind of give it a listen to. It's called Somebody Prayed. Um, and it's well it's the lyrics in the song hit home for me anyways. Um, but or for others too, you know what I'm saying? I think because the power of prayer is very strong, and when you do put prayers up for people, um, it does help. You know, the Lord hears you. You know, though He's not going to make me a millionaire overnight, but the Lord still hears you. You know, so that's how it works. Yeah, I do. I love that song. So listen. So when you praying, don't be praying for money and all this luxurious stuff, because you know what? He doesn't hear you. um, but he does hear you. You know, he does hear you when you're praying for others, and he does hear you when you're saying prayers for yourself. Though I very rarely, well, no, I'm sorry. I very rarely say prayers for myself other than I would say, Father, Heavenly Father, please help me get through the day. And I'm sure most of you know what day it was that I would say that prayer to him every single day. Other than thank you for giving me today, but the day that he gave me on two different occasions, the day that he gave me those a couple of years ago in September, I wasn't very thankful of that day. You know, I wasn't expecting that day, but it does happen. You know, when life ends, life begins. And you're like, wait a minute, what do you mean life ends and life begins? Think about it for a moment. Because when life does end, life also begins a new journey. So that's how I kind of put that together. Is it when it ends, it also begins a new journey for you, a new chapter in your life. And sometimes for me, it's always baby steps and it always will be baby steps. I also want to thank all those people out there that are caretakers for others and their loved ones, family, friends, or someone that you just take care of, period. Um, I think you all do a very wonderful job because you put your heart on your sleeve and you do your job and you take care of them. And, it's really hard to not care because you do care. You give them their dignity and respect, which they deserve. I learned about dignity and respect a long time ago when I was just a kid. My aunt used to own a nursing home when I was younger, like a kid. Like I said, I was probably 13, 14 years old, and she owned a nursing home. And I remember her always telling me about dignity and respect. I sort of did not know what dignity meant, but then I figured it out. Um, but that's the one thing that, these caretakers do for other people, just dignity and respect and, care, love, and understanding. And it's not to take away from the first responders because you guys do your jobs and, which is really wonderful. But the caretaker, on the other hand, spends a lot more time. Your fireman's not going to come in your house and, help. They just put the fire out and, tell you when it's safe to go back in or whatever. EMT takes you to the hospital, they drop you off, and they're good to go. They go to the next one and the next one. So, and the nurses are always fantastic. I can't say enough about them, but on the flip side, it's kind of a rarity when you hear things about people that are caretakers. So they definitely need to be held a little bit higher as far as prayer is concerned, because at the end of the day, they go home with their heart in their sleeve, and yet they go back the next day and the next day, and they continue on with that person. Um, I know for me, when I used to be a caretaker, it was a tough job, but I still did it. I think the hardest job was taking care of kids. Oh God, I hated that. I really did. Um, but I think the main goal for me was to always make them smile or laugh because they needed it. The same thing when you take care of other people, you always try to make them smile or laugh and make them feel a little bit better that day. So there's that. And but just so you all know, though, if any of you are in a dark spot, take it one step at a time. One step at a time. Try not to make any mistakes in your life, and I don't mean like mistakes like I'm talking about the mistakes we make with drugs and alcohol. Don't make those mistakes, because when you cross that line of making that mistake, you may never come back. And I know some people say, I don't care. You know what? Maybe you don't care, but there are other people in your life that do care. And eventually you'll get it. But for the time being, Walk those steps in baby steps. It's the best way to do things in life. I know I had to do it for a couple of years and I still am. Um, but it's worked for me. And I know, guys, if you do it in baby steps, it'll work for you. Um, but there's that. So, Shotgun woke up from his nap and he's not snoring. He's just over there enjoying the raindrops falling on his nose, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I that's one of my favorite songs though is somebody oh my no. You know what I did? I hit my mouse to get it working and it did that. Oh, something's ready up there. I have no idea what it is. Let's find out what it is. So what do you think, Ace? Do you think I should do 15,000? Do you think? I mean, I haven't seen it be more than 15,000. Well, as far as the Tinkerbells. I mean, I know initially when they say, "Oh, you got to do X amount," um, I should probably look it up. But then they might have changed it too. So I'm thinking if I just did 15,000 of those Tinkerbells, and Lord only knows how many zebras I'll have down. My guess is maybe 12,000 for zebras. If I'm thinking that's what it's going to be. I don't think. Oh, and I know that they're going to put something cooking in your house. Uh, Actually, let me just go sneak into this house. And don't look at these houses, Maya. Because these houses are just sparsely furnished when I say it. Look at that. Look at it. Isn't that disgusting? Okay. Oh. I don't. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It won't be here. That's right, too. It should be, I think. Hold on, guys. Wait a minute. Ah, it should be here somewhere. It better be here. Ah, nope. 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 Yeah. Oh, okay. See, like, you will get these. These are common. These are the common things that you'll get. You know, I seen something on the in the igloo, and I'm like, I didn't do that. So I thought, oh man, because you're right. I remember seeing that. I was like, I didn't do that. You know what I really like now? I don't know what farmer's on, but you know what I really liked is there was one that you did, and it was really very pretty, and I don't think it was this, but is this my first farmer? Might be. Let me see. Is it this one? You know, I get that feeling you like green. You like green, Maya? Do you like green, Maya? I think she does. I'll tell you what I don't like. I do not like pine trees. I really don't, honest to God. You know what? This looks really cool. I like this. Oh, so that's why I like green. I want to tell you something. I should take a picture of it and I'll put it in Discord. The person that lived, the people that lived here, the couple that lived here, okay, they had, when we came in, like, in mobile homes, you get the long hallway. Well, she put this, you know what? See how bright, oh, you see how bright that green is on the chair? And even when you go in your place, you see how bright? She's got the wall that color. I am not lying when I say that. And it's the long wall. And I'm like, oh my God. And then to boot, I don't like it, but she's got like when you look in the kitchen. Okay, what do they call that in the kitchen? Okay, what do they call that when it's It's up in the top here. Splash, the splashing. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's like extremely like that color green, but it's like different things. Oh, I am telling you. I mean, I wouldn't have minded so much, but I'm sorry. When I get up in the morning, I do not want to see green. I just, no. I like soft colors. Like, see, look at this room. Look at this. It doesn't scream at you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't scream. It's a nice, soft color. Let's see, I mean, at least you have some contrast going on over here. But it's just the idea. She puts the splashing, and she did it herself, which I think she kind of did a bad job. But I'm going to leave it alone. Oh, I'm telling you, don't touch this house. Don't you dare touch this house. This house is fine. I don't mind it because at least it's almost like at least it has some contrast. At least it has something. But it's like, feel my pain. You see the wall? I mean, seriously, when you get up first thing in the morning, all you can see is that green. And I'm like, oh my God. Now here's the kick in the pants. They had 3 vehicles, and wouldn't you know, all of them were that color green. Lime green? I don't even know what color you want to call it. Can you imagine? So I guess her favorite color must have been that lime green color. I think if I let them stay any longer, they probably would have done the whole place in green. Whoops. But I think that's what they would have done. But I haven't decided what I want to do with the space house or any of these yet, and I'm not gonna. I don't know. But I wanna make that house down there for my lovely little gnomes. See, look at that. It fills right up. You like yellow, huh? Yellow's not too bad. See, and again, if it just depends on what. I mean, I remember, it's like looking through a magazine, how you see people do different paint colors, and um, but I think it just depends on the lighting in the room. Um, Somebody did this one room, and it looked okay, but I could never do that in my room. Absolutely not. But what they did was they had it with and I'm sure you've seen it on TV. When you're watching shows, and you'll see a room that's kind of like a burgundy color, which obviously is going to make the room look darker, but it didn't look half bad because, the lighting. Oh, I like the aqua colors. I do. And I've always liked blue. Yeah. I always like those colors. But let's go down there and find out what's in here. Is anything good? Let's see. What the heck's in? Oh, my mushrooms are ready. Let's go head south. I should have done the middle room. I always do. I always do that so I can go around in circles. But it says, no, but I don't have portobello mushrooms in here. So what the heck is it? Oh, I have to look again. Let me do, let me do this middle room. It's going to drive me crazy because I always start from the middle and then work over to the side. Yeah, take your first mine, especially if you do not have the silver opened yet. Take your first mine, do it all copper. Do every table copper. And then what you do is leave that copper for the time being, right? And then go to your second mine, and like I said, once your silver is open, because I think you have to get the copper to level 10, which is pretty easy, kind of, sort of. Um, then do your second one, all silver tables. I mean, I don't think this is half bad, because actually my other mine was better. I don't think this is half bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The thing is, I don't know whether they're gold or silver, but the point being is, um, they all fall in that gold stone category, just so you know. Yep, these are going to be blue. Yeah, it worked out really well because, at first I'm like, okay, so we're going to do copper, and then I forget now what level silver had to be to get to gold, but it didn't take long, especially when I did the second mine in gold. And then basically what you do is you drop it off, like once obviously um, get your get your mine all set up as far as, with your copper. Then you make your first mine gold or silver, whatever you want to do. That'll make it go a little faster. Because very honestly, I haven't made any of these tables copper. Copper's fairly, it's fairly like almost like an iron, like it's gonna be there for you. But I haven't changed these tables since with the gold and silver, and they level up pretty good too. But though I've been in my mines every day, so I go in there as often as I can. Let me see. Did I finish this one? Yeah. It's almost like I don't care what I get as long as I get the gold. And I now currently have over 3,000. So that ain't too bad. And by the way, that's only working on 3 farms. So I imagine that if a person's got all 6 farms open, I'm sure that they probably got a lot more than I do. Unless they don't do their mines, but I do. But that it's a lot easier and simpler though when you just fill one mine the first time around with copper, and then once you get your silver open, just do one with gold, and it won't take long. And it levels up, like I said, it levels up very good, very well. It definitely does, no question about it. Port Bellows is. I thought I put those. Port Bellow. Oh, so I do have Port Bellow here. I think. No, I have it in the other. Okay, because this one's. Oh, oh, oh crap. Okay. Well, I can put some portobello here, I guess. I thought I did on the other. I know I did. Let me just take a look and see what. Um, I think that's the one that's 9 hours or something. But very honestly, I haven't even put any other stones up other than the ones I'm doing with the gold and silver. That's it. I haven't changed any of the tables. Let me see. Let's see. I want to check and see if it's a 9 hour thing. No. You know what? I'm going to put some here. So 4 hours isn't too bad. And guys, you don't have to go cuckoo crazy putting these down because I'll tell you why. When you look at your portobellos or any one of your your mushrooms in particular, okay. So when you look at it, it says how long it's going to take, 4 hours and 32 minutes. Here's the thing: you can harvest it 8 times, okay, and whereas I own 4. Um, Sometimes I will go ahead and put 8 of that particular mushroom. It just depends. But yeah, that's what I generally do. I put down 8 of them. I track it. See, because you also got to pay attention to how many mushrooms you're getting out of the one that, might be running low and how many harvests you get out of them. See, not bad. My silver's leveling up again. It's leveling 16, so that's pretty decent. But I still get other minerals. Okay. And my obsidian just leveled up today, too. Let me see. Okay, so now I'm going to check this. Port billow. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put these down. These look good. There we go. I think I finished. Yes, I did. I'm going to leave these two blank because if you look up here, the general ones are blue. Down here, a blue. And you're going to need you're going to need the blue ones more so than these, because when you are upgrading your shops, put the blue ones in, because it'll ask you for more blue ones. Let me see if I can show. Yes, I can. See, now I have 7,000, but now, well, that's because of that. I did the swap out with the shops. But look at that. I'm now down to 2,907 mushrooms, actually. But that's when you can just, you go do your pigs. And did I miss one? Did I? Oh, I see it. I see it. Guys, do you see that? It's right here. I missed one mushroom. Nice. Stevie, I think in general, I mean, if you can, if especially now, if you have the length of 1,000, let's say. I, oh, you serious? You serious? Look at that! It just went. No, you ain't getting it this time around. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Yeah, did you make long straight rows? Well, did you not see what I did here? And I did the whole thing straight across. And when you get into the event area, which is over there to the right, I put all that fencing up. Yeah, I put it up. Poor Heather, she couldn't. She said she couldn't she couldn't open she couldn't find the gas pump. She said she ran out of gas halfway, and I'm like, but there's gas pumps right there. So I gotta tell you guys, look at those new ones. Even if you don't have the cyber pack, um, and if you're out in the fields, you're not gonna see the regular gas pumps. You're gonna, well, I'm guilty of it. I want to see your farm too. You did not. You did not. No. How did you run out of gas on my farm? No, no, that did not happen. Are you serious, dude? No. I know why you ran out of gas. Oh, Heather, yeah. She did. Yeah. She said she was like halfway, and I'm like, I kind of looked over, and here's the halfway, right? And she was like somewhere up going that way, and I'm like, she must have either passed it. I don't know. But if you see all these little smiley guys, and so you don't have to go jumping, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I put it so you can just go straight through. So if you're in any one of these rows, okay, see, the lettuce has got them. So I removed that little area so that way if you go straight through, you'd be good. You're golden. I thought so you guys need to know that. So like, don't because I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be sitting here like, are these people gonna tell me they ran out of gas? You know, because I love this small little. Well, she did. She said she ran out of gas, and I'm like, well, and I did have somebody on my farm. I don't know. Well, I guess last week or so, and he was doing lettuce and everything. I felt so bad. He said I ran out of gas. He goes, "Where's the gas pumps?" And I'm like, "Oh, he probably didn't have the cyber thingy or whatever." So and then he came up to where I was near the houses, and so I showed him. I said, "That's the gas pump." And he went, "Oh, okay, that's cool." But she did. She did. So because it would have made sense. Wow, I'm being. It's a curse. Oh, Lord, have mercy. La 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 la. La, 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 la. I did. I'm sorry. I was listening to this guy the other day, and he was a really good preacher, you know? And I thought maybe he was on the local. He's from Texas. Because, it was just listening to him was really nice and stuff. And so it was so funny because he was touching on a lot of things that just, obviously made sense to me and were really nice. And then I kind of looked him up, where he was from. Texas. Go figure. Not from around here. Because I've listened to some of the local pastors around here because they do it live and then they do it. They put them up on YouTube, I guess. So, and I did give them a listen and like, oh, okay. Jeez, it's already 3 hours. It seems like an hour. See, people, see the little smiley face? That's a gas pump, and it's got that little thing over his head. Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, and see, this is what I did. I already started it. So, like, if somebody comes here and I'm not online or whatever, from AFK, I should say. If somebody comes here and this isn't going to be ready, it's not ready yet. And we got 16 days. So I'll have these rows emptied out, But I put all the fencing up, and stuff like that. And then tomorrow I will put down the sprinklers, and they'll be good. But I do think those fluffy things will be. Actually, you know what? Let me see something. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Let me see something fluffy. Let me see something. FLUFFYEVENT. I love this. Oh, okay. Oh. Fluffy event has by far. Ooh. Oh, nothing. Place involved. There's a painting. Okay, wait. I'm gonna look and see what it's gonna do in the. Wait a minute. Um. Oh. See, I don't believe this one. You want to bet they're gonna increase it because it says here gather. Kitty Tinkerbell's 2,600. No, oh, we go 15,000. There you go. Okay, and the kitty portrait. Yes, I remember that. So 6. So yeah, I'm gonna put the 15,000 down. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Now, I'm curious. How long will it take? Um, crop kitty Tinkerbell's, and then the job is going to be kitty portrait. We did that. So, and like we have the bench and the wallpaper in the indoor kennels and pet crossing. Okay, so where does it say? I thought I saw somewhere how long it's going to take. File to use the. Wait a minute, what? Oh, okay. So I'm going to ignore that. Yeah, I'm going to ignore that. Yeah, I'm just going to ignore that. And get rid of that and go back to this. See, I'm trying to just see. Maya, so you got all that stuff with your animals moving around freely? Here's my setup. What? Oh. But I am going to ask one of the I'm going to ask one of the devs about that. Well, I'm glad you did. And, and very honestly, cut it out. Every time I go into the screen, the other screen, it does that. See, go to farm 2. See, this area is not done at all. Well, it is, but it isn't. You'll see what I'm talking about. I got this whole area that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with next. But this whole area here is your new fish. And there's that. Yeah. So, because like I said, I don't want to go putting those zebras in another on another map. No, I'm going to put them on the same map. And if worst case scenario, I will open this part right here, just to, on the other farm, just to get it done. That's how I'm going to do it. And see, I have. Ooh, that's a quested item. I did not know that. Thank you for telling me. Okay. Black tea. Oh yeah, I seen that one. I used to like putting acorn pumpkins down. They made me some pretty decent money. So I got all of that. Oh, what else? The trees. I think I'm gonna go eat some dinner, guys. I hope you all have some dinner. But anyways, though Maya, maybe not now, not now, but maybe, like that we talked about you doing one area. Because honestly, I don't know. Oh, Taco Tuesday. Oh, that sounds delightful. I like tacos. Hey, she said tacos. You believe that? Taco time. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I like my crops being here, and I got a big area for, this is the big area for the quested area, so, and I know I've got plenty of space. Um, I think my animals are in a good spot. I mean, yeah, I think they are because, let me just see something here. If I get corn, right? I just see something here. See, I have 735 corn. I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't really know. Um, because I have yet to clean this whole area out, but um, something I don't know. Because see, I won't have any machines on this map or the other map. The only machines you'll see is down here, where the fish guy is. And he's all set. He's good to go. Um, I don't think because I don't really need to add. I gotta clean my trees up here because I took all the pineapple trees out of here. So basically, what I need to do just is to just reorganize the trees. Put them put some of them up here and go from there. But I don't plan on extending any because I have all the trees I need. So I don't need to add any trees up here anymore. I just have to kind of get them organized and situated. Because basically these trees up here are just well, that'd be fine. Yeah, that'd be fine. But like up here in this corner in this area, you know. You see? Oh, okay. You see this line? I could go straight across it if and that way you can do above that line. Um, because like I said, I'm not really sure what else I want to put there, though. I have a funny feeling if we get that one zebra, what I'm thinking is if we get that one zebra, I'm sure there's going to be more to follow. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of think so. Um, Even if it's here I'll show you, which will be great, which will be kind of good and not a bad thing. Um, what I did over here, okay, with the exception of the rabbits, what I did over here was, yeah, I can put a border there. But see, what I did was I started after, see, these are all the horses are all finally done, right? So what I did was I did like unicorn and the alpaca, and well, the alpaca again. Not no, the llama. I'm sorry, but then you see what I did. So I did 4 rows of these are the event animals. That's what I did. And I did four. I did 2 rows of each, but instead of having them all mashed together, what I did was I just kept them as such like that. You see, and so um, if we get zebras, this is 2 squares. Okay, so if we get zebras, you know something, I would give up a spot right here for the zebras. I'm not going to have a problem with that. I'll just take the rabbits out because these rabbits here are already P10, so I'm not going to worry about it. If I have to put zebras down here, especially if it's just going to be an event animal. Because I mean, obviously we have the unicorn and nothing other than horses and stuff, but we have the unicorn here, so that's why I'm thinking, you know what? If it is an animal that's going to give us something, other than if we don't get horseshoes or whatever. Because if you look at what the unicorns are doing, those are horseshoes, but we don't get horseshoes from them. And the same thing with the alpacas and the other ones. It's like they drop the wool, but we don't pick up wool when we harvest them. So which is fine by me. Like these, they drop eggs, but we don't pick them up. So that's why I'm saying I have a feeling that what they'll do is if they put them in the same category as the confetti or puzzles, which would be nice, I would just put them down there in the bottom. You know what I mean? Because I kind of figured that these are the event animals, you know. And yeah, I know I put 2 more here, so it's not gonna. It's like I'm not gonna lose anything on that. See, I put this dividing line here because you see what I did? This is where the workers are. So I think there shouldn't be any worker down there. But I mean, if I have to move it, I have to move it. But still, I have this over here in the lowly tree all by itself. That's because I have to clean up this area and I haven't touched it. So, which is fine. But I want to do something up there. I don't know exactly what, but do something. But um, it'll definitely be. Oops. Let me see. It's definitely going to be what I don't think I have to close this off. I mean, I can, but I don't think I'm going to have any more trees going going further down. I don't think so because these are the trees that kind of like didn't get very much, as far as getting XP. Because I would put the most important trees up and have my workers on those. But these ones are just your basic trees that have one season, maybe two, and that's how I got it because these are those trees that are only winter trees, and then there's that cherry tree, which I thought was a good match. See, look at that. See, because each row has 4, different type trees. So how I worked it out was I took my holly trees because they're all wintertime. Okay, yeah. And see, I already put these up, and I put these up, and they're all a very small amount. But that's what I ended up doing. I ended up just putting, um, what I don't need, like what I don't really have a lot of, because the apples and the main stuff that I need is on my first farm. And of course, the pineapples are on my third farm. That, they're there just because they're there. Okay. Yeah, 'cause like I said, I just gotta clean up that spot and just add new, put the new stuff in, not the new stuff, but some of the stuff that's missing. Though I don't, I though I don't, I haven't missed it. There's no trees that I'm missing because I made sure I put them all up. And you know, I don't need. Well, it's like I kept my trees at 286. I don't need any more than 286 of the different trees. I don't need all of that. No, I don't need that crap. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. I want to get some food. Where is my little thing? There it is. But guys, I really appreciate you being here and joining me in my stream. Um, and my lurkers, darlings, I love you dearly. And I'm so glad you're here. Because, you know how it is, how it is. Um, Oasis for my gnomes. That does sound good. Because, gnomes are just the best. But I want to say God bless you all. And I hope you have a pleasant evening, afternoon, morning. But I hope you see with the tackles. Come on. But anyways, see they getting me going again. Um. Well, you know something. I gotta be careful what I eat tonight because tomorrow I see my diabetes doctor. My endocrinologist. I have to see her, so I have to behave myself. Because you know what? I got my app in the phone that keeps an eye on my sugar. And so she's gonna have a look at it and go, "Oh, but you know something? It's all good. It's all good." So that's another thing, guys. You got to take care of yourselves. I know you have your good days and your bad days, but you still got to take care of yourself. See, that's why we pray. So you all know to take care of yourselves. So thanks again for being here, and I want to say you all have a blessed day, and again, God bless you all, and thank you so very much for being here. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you tomorrow. Maybe late in the afternoon again. But take care, everybody.